Well, good morning, Americans, patriots, Christian brothers and sisters. How are you doing this morning? Well, unfortunately, my prophecy came true yesterday morning, and it was based on numbers. Of course, I'm talking about the crash, the collision over Reagan International Airport between the American Airlines regional jet and a Black Hawk military copter. Everyone is dead. And the ironic thing is, the same thing almost happened the night before in the very same airport, which has been confirmed by, I think, either the Washington Post or the Washington Times. I think it was flight 1455, I can't remember which airline, almost had to do a second go around the land because another military Black Hawk helicopter got in their way. Now, thanks to two things. As Trump said yesterday, lowering the standards has caused a lot of havoc, and there have been many close calls. In fact, I did a video over the summer on this. Had there been so many close calls on takeoff and landings because there aren't enough people. Now, you could take that to three things. One, they've lowered the standards so bad that a lot of people don't want to work with these people, and I can't blame them. All that liability, responsibility you have, and this is the type of person you got to work with. Two, DEI. Yep, I'm going to go there. I don't care. DEI has caused a lot of damage. I'm sorry, but if you're a mental retard and you're slow and you can't process things, I don't care what color, race, or gender you think you are, you don't belong in an airplane tower. Sorry, you don't. Neither do you belong driving a police cruiser, putting out fires on the front lines of a military, or anything dangerous. You don't belong there. You don't qualify, you don't get the job. And three, I'm going to go there again. How many people were forced to resign or fired because they wouldn't take one for the team? And ironically, a lot of schmucks in D.C., known as Congress, usually fly out of Reagan International Airport. Now, they all get in their limousines paid by the taxpayers, and then they fly out to go wherever they go out of Reagan International Airport, which is a small airport, by the way. It's by far a lot smaller than Dulles International Airport, right outside D.C. I want to say, I can't remember if it's in Maryland. I'm pretty sure it's in Maryland, in the outskirts of Maryland, but much bigger airport. I mean, it's not JFK Airport, which I'm coming from now, but it's big. It's a lot bigger than Reagan International. Now, a lot of people are saying, well, how come they weren't warned about the incoming copter? Well, being that they were coming in, I think they call it the C test or the that tells them the structure. Well, first of all, because they were coming for a landing, and when you're on the trajectory to come in for a landing in the airport, and you're under 1,000 feet, one, you're supposed to be that low. Two, being that it was a clear night, you would think one of the pilots would have seen something. It wasn't fog, it was a clear night. And two, when you're that low and you're a jetliner, you don't have room to maneuver anyway. You don't. A helicopter can maneuver a lot better. I mean, a helicopter can pretty much go left, right away, stop on almost a dime, and move out of the way. Now, how come the helicopter didn't see him either? Again, I go back to how many people are getting these jobs because of DEI? Or how many people are getting these jobs because they're desperate because the jab which a lot of people took for the team, were fired or resigned on their own because they didn't want to take it. And now we're short-handed good people in those areas also. And of course, the media comes out and attacks Trump yesterday. Well, it happened on your watch. Yeah, okay, we're 10 days into this presidency. Now, granted, Trump did say things are going to get better from day one. And he's right, they are getting better. But he didn't say they'd be cured on day one either. And when you consider Mayor Buttplug was the Secretary of Transportation, the man who thinks he could breastfeed children, and he made this problem worse, well, there you go. And me, I think the new Transportation Secretary was brought in, I think maybe 2 days before it. He can't change things on a dime either. Now, in other areas, Trump said yesterday that he would like to get rid of the federal income tax and have the federal government make their money on tariffs, which I totally 100% agree on. When this country was at its richest, now I said richest, not standard of living, and we had no debt, and the country had money, and the buying power of our gold-backed money was worth something, that's what we did. Therefore, people say, well, that's going to benefit the rich because it's going to raise prices on goods and services. Yeah, but then you're also free from federal income tax. And because there are all kinds of loopholes for companies and corporations to get around federal taxes and state taxes, I would say they're benefiting from that system anyway, imposed by both parties. The IRS needs to go, or restructured. And while we were having shortages of pilots and air traffic controllers, since we're on the subject of IRS, they did manage to hire, or pass a bill to hire 87,000 IRS agents. So we see where their priorities are. Now, back to the tax thing. I'm all for it. Now listen, it's going to take some time to implement. You're not going to be able to change it by January 1st of next year, but now, how are the, being that this is the amendment, they would have to probably pass the amendment to get rid of it or change it back to the old ways. Or, if Trump's going to come out and claim that USA Inc. has been bankrupted and that amendment came out when it was under USA Inc., well, guess what? That amendment's gone and we're back to the tariff system anyway. So things are about to get pretty good real fast. Not without conflict, of course. And one more thing. This past Wednesday, my child had off from school, her school district, and some other school districts in my county, in the surrounding counties, had off for the Chinese New Year. So now we're celebrating Chinese holidays in some districts. Even New York City didn't close for the Chinese New Year's, but now in the suburbs, for a reason, they're getting the Chinese New Year off. And what's this the year of, I think? The year of the snake. How appropriate. Comments down below what your opinion like to know. Keep the country in prayer. Keep Donald Trump in prayer, J.D. Vance. Things are going to get better. We are in the golden age. But not without a fight. We'll talk to you later.